In aerospace engineering, gravity is a strict accountant. Every kilogram added to an airframe subtracts directly from payload capacity or maximum range. When a commercial jet pulls off the tarmac, the materials it's made of dictate exactly how far it can go and what it can carry. This chart shows the exact economic formula driving all aviation design. As we reduce aircraft weight along the bottom axis, the lifetime fuel savings curve shoots upward. But there is a harsh reality waiting at the far right of this graph. If lighter is always better, why not build every plane out of the absolute lightest supermaterials? The answer comes down to manufacturing reality. Material selection is a brutal, constant game of optimization. Engineers must balance the exact physical properties a part needs against the sheer cost of shaping, machining, and producing it at scale. When you look closely at modern aircraft structures, three specific heavyweights dominate this optimization game: aluminum, titanium, and advanced composites. Designing a successful, profitable airframe requires ignoring the search for a single, flawless supermaterial. It demands a highly strategic, mixed material portfolio, carefully placing each element exactly where it maximizes the life cycle return on investment. For decades, the 2000 and 7000 series aluminum alloys have served as the highly reliable backbone of aerospace structural design. As you can see by the sheer scale of early assembly lines, we know exactly how to produce and work with it. These specific alloys offer a highly predictable strength-to-weight ratio. They are relatively light, quite strong, and crucially, the raw material is inexpensive to source and shape into complex geometries. This comparison matrix tracks how we evaluate material viability today. When we plot aluminum, it earns excellent marks for its reliable strength-to-weight ratio and its ease of manufacturability. However, aluminum has strict physical boundaries. If an aircraft component operates at elevated temperatures, like near an engine exhaust, aluminum rapidly loses its ability to retain structural strength. It also faces a long-term operational limit. Over thousands of pressurization cycles, aluminum structures inevitably develop fatigue cracking, requiring constant, rigorous visual inspection as the airframe ages. When engineers encounter environments that exceed aluminum's thermal and physical limits, they deploy a highly specialized alternative: titanium. Titanium shines in extreme environments. It effortlessly survives the immense heat near jet engines, resists corrosion entirely, and delivers an elite structural density. On our matrix, its heat tolerance and strength profiles light up bright green. That performance carries a steep economic penalty. The raw cost of titanium is astronomical, and its sheer toughness makes it notoriously difficult to machine, which drastically slows down production lines. Traditional metals provide a known, highly predictable baseline. We understand exactly how they behave, but their thermal ceilings and specific fatigue curves enforce a hard mathematical limit on how efficient an airframe can ultimately become. To push past those metallic limits, modern structural design relies on carbon-fiber reinforced polymer, or CFRP. You often see it as the massive, unpainted green fuselage sections on modern assembly floors. Instead of pouring and machining a uniform metal, engineers lay down extreme strength carbon fibers in specific directions. If a wing bends upward during flight, they can align the fibers to provide strength exactly along that specific load path, shedding unnecessary weight everywhere else. Utilizing these composites in primary structures massively improves fatigue resistance. Because they are not metal, they simply do not experience the traditional crack propagation mechanisms that plague aging aluminum airframes. But generating that strength requires a severe manufacturing bottleneck. The polymer resins that bind the carbon fibers together must be cured inside massive pressure vessels, holding immense, sustained heat for hours. Composites also hide their wear and tear. A dropped tool or a bird strike might leave the surface looking perfectly smooth, while causing deep structural delamination entirely invisible to the naked eye. This forces operators to rely on specialized non-destructive testing, like ultrasonic inspection, to verify the part's integrity. It's a heavy burden on both the manufacturing floor and the maintenance schedule. Because of these costs, no commercial aircraft is built purely from one material. We combine metals and composites to balance the budget. But joining these materials creates a severe interface hazard. If you bolt aluminum directly to a carbon fiber panel, differing electrical potentials trigger rapid galvanic corrosion, aggressively eating away at the metal. Engineers spend considerable time mitigating this exact risk, designing complex isolation layers, creating physical barriers, and specialized coatings for every single junction point where dissimilar materials meet. The immense operational weight savings of composite materials are very real, but they are only realized if an operator can afford the heavy upfront manufacturing friction and the demanding long-term inspection overhead. So how do engineers actually navigate these compounding trade-offs? They start with the specific mission profile of the vehicle and let the primary engineering constraints dictate the material. This decision tree maps out the practical logic of modern aerospace design, branching out based on what the project demands most. If a project operates on strict margins, demanding established supply chains and straightforward visual inspections, alumina remains the mandatory baseline choice. If a structure faces massive thermal loads, like internal engine components or the skin of a supersonic jet experiencing severe air friction, you have to pay the premium for titanium and ceramic matrix composites. These extreme tolerances are even more critical for spacecraft, which face the added structural burdens of intense cosmic radiation and massive, violent temperature swings as they move in and out of orbital shadows. Finally, if long-term fuel efficiency is your absolute highest priority and you have the upfront capital to absorb complex curing processes, advanced composites will yield the highest long-term return on investment. But engineers are actively trying to break these traditional trade-off rules. Horizon technologies now include automated fiber placement heads that rapidly lay down precise composite structures, paired with new resin chemistries. These specialized resins allow for out-of-autoclave curing. By removing the need for massive pressure vessels, we can drastically lower the cost and time required to manufacture complex composite parts. Aerospace capability is entirely dictated by material innovation. The future of aviation and the limits of how far we can fly will belong to whoever can shift the economic formula of manufacturing the lightest possible structures.